Now, unfortunately, I can't have force powers. No one can have force powers in this world. But you know who can use the force? Starkiller. This is Star Wars: The Force Unleashed for the PlayStation 3. Star Wars, one of, if not the greatest phenomenons of all time. It's been captivating audiences ever since 1977. It spawned toys, cartoons, school supplies, anything you can think of. But let's talk about the video games for today. The games go from great, Knights of the Old Republic, to identically fun and really freaking awesome, Battlefront 2, to the obscure games like Star Wars Demolition, to that really bad one, to that horrible fighting game for the PlayStation 1. But I'm getting off topic. Let's go back to around 2006, 2007-ish. Spider-Man 3 was all the rave, new consoles were just released, and a new trailer to a new Star Wars game was announced. And it went like this.
You have done well, my apprentice.
Let's begin. Story. The story takes place after the events of Episode 3. Darth Vader, with the instructions of the Emperor to hunt down all remaining Jedi who survived Order 66, lands on the Wookiee planet Kashyyyk and takes out a crap ton of Wookiees during the whole thing. After hunting down and destroying the hiding Jedi, Vader discovers a young boy, the Jedi's son. He kills the remote Jedi and takes the son, Starkiller, as his own apprentice. So during your playthrough as Vader's apprentice, you go around as Starkiller, hunting down and killing the remaining Jedi who have been in hiding. Now the story takes a few turns towards the middle that makes it a plausible storyline that could have happened between Episode 3 and Episode 4. But without spoiling anything, overall the story is something fans would not want to miss out on. It's engaging, it's thrilling, and there's even a what if story DLC that expands the ending, but we'll get to that in a bit. Gameplay. The gameplay is like a normal action-adventure game, except with a lightsaber and cool force powers. The platforming is also basic, but at times it can get pretty frustrating with all the glitches, but I'll get to that later. The combat plays smooth at times, but at the same time it's also sloppy. The worst part, the absolute worst part, is being hit, flying to the ground, and being continuously hit while you're still down. It's bad enough they are getting blasted, but to be hit while you're down and cannot do anything about it? That, my friends, is cheap. You can upgrade force powers and lightsaber combos, becoming more powerful as the game progresses, which is something I do like. You feel like a badass. You feel like you're achieving something great and feeling so powerful. Besides a few occasional glitches, which I really don't like, I do enjoy the gameplay. If you use the combos and force powers, it really is a blast. There are collectibles that you can find also, like holocrons around the levels, which you can use to unlock new lightsabers, costumes, and upgrade force powers, unlock combos, and more. They can get annoying to find all of them, but it gives you upgrades, so at least it's rewarding. Overall, the gameplay is fun, and I had a really good time playing it. Okay, really quick before I talk about my next section, let's just talk about those glitches. Now, while you're playing, out of nowhere, you can come across probably the most hilarious glitches you've ever seen in your gaming life, or glitches that are so bad it causes things like slowdown to happen. So let's do a little mini montage of all the glitches that I encountered while working on this review. The after game. Now, let's talk about the downloadable content. So towards the end, well, let's say there's a good or evil choice that you have to make that greatly affects the ending of the game. Either way, something Starkiller does will greatly shift the Star Wars universe as a whole. So, after that, LucasArts released a bunch of DLC missions that include going to Hoth, Tatooine, and even the old Jedi Temple from the prequels. There's missions, although on the expensive side of $10 a pack for each one, are enjoyable. And FYI, there are the what if storylines that I talked about are in this DLC. Because things that happen in these missions, well, let's just say, are different than how the original trilogy is played out. Let's just say that. But they're enjoyable nonetheless. The music. The music in this game is just... wow, is it good. They are direct from the film, some of them. Some are original pieces, but overall the music is just so amazingly good. You'll want to basically have it in your head over and over again. It's that good. Graphics. The graphics, for the most part, are pretty impressive. Keep in mind, this game is from 2007, so the pre-rendered CGI cutscenes, they look really good, let's just say, for 2007 standards. The in-game visuals aren't too shabby either. Sure, some pop-up is present here and there, but for the most part, they're pretty good. The only problem is sometimes you do get a lot of slowdown when fighting a large group of enemies, or even just taking a lot of steps when there's a lot of things going on. But other than that, they're decent to good for in-game, and impressive for the pre-rendered graphics overall. Okay, so overall. Overall, Star Wars The Force Unleashed is a really enjoyable experience. For fans of the series, the story will be the main thing that will keep you going. Even if the glitches get in your way occasionally. But in conclusion, if you're a Star Wars fan, get it for the story and get it for the really addicting Force powers. If you're not a fan, then rent it or get it really cheap. But overall, I give The Force Unleashed a 7 out of 10. Tune in next time as we take a look at the sequel, Force Unleashed 2. And that's where things get Forcey. And yes, I'm going to end this on a made-up word that I just created in my head right now. Accept it.